Hi there, CJ Jenkins calling you from Century 21 Cornerstone. No, not actually, I'm not calling you. I'm just saying hi on our video for today. And this is a very special video because of the fact that I am sharing one of my most favorite homes at Lake of the Pines. I'm here in Balsam Court in Auburn, California at Lake of the Pines Living Facebook. Now, the house that we're about to see, well, what's exciting about this is that the new owners are arriving today from San Francisco to move into their vacant new home at Lake of the Pines with a new lifestyle for them and a new home for them and just a great community for them. So this is a very exciting day. So I'm on Balsam Court, and one of the interesting things about Balsam Court is that most of the homes on Balsam Court are on the lake. We're just going to turn around and show you the view that this particular home will have of the lake. You can see a boat going out there in between these homes. The other nice thing about Balsam Court is that it is on a very level part of the Lake of the Pines, so the topography is very easy. It's a fun court to walk on, and lots of people come down Balsam Court just to have a nice little loop to add to their walk. Now, this house right here is such a cute cottage home, and it also has a touch of craftsmanship to it. So let's go check it out. Now, this house never went on the MLS. Are we back? Okay. This house never went on the MLS, never went on the active market. And this is the second time this home has not gone on the active market and is actually sold before it ever went out into the internet and let everybody know that it's for sale. Why would it sell so quickly? Because it's so desirable. And I'm going to show you some of the special features about this particular property today. So we have lots of parking of the property. That is an extra feature that we like at Lake of the Pines because of the fact that we don't park on the streets overnight. And so having extra places to park for when you have your friends over, they'll all come in their golf carts, or family members coming to visit. Now, this is a funny story about this particular property. I was showing this couple from San Francisco the community, and the next day I showed them some homes. And they had decided, even before they got here, that they wanted to move to Lake of the Pines because they had watched a number of YouTube videos and the Lake of the Pines Living Facebook with me. And so it was quite charming that they were already sold on the community before they even arrived. But I wanted them to see the community first, and that was our first day in my golf cart. And then the second day, we went and looked at a few homes. Now, we drove past Balsam Court, and I pointed this house out and said, this house is going to come on the market around the 4th of July. And they were here around the first 2 weeks of June. They looked at it and said, yes, it's a very nice, attractive home. Well, 1 or 2 days later, not even seeing the inside of the home, they had said to me, you know what, we really like this home, and we'd like to write an offer on it before it comes on the market. So that was kind of our journey here of what happened. And what is the advantage to the seller? The seller didn't have to go through many, many showings, didn't have to expose themselves to COVID. They had one showing with one buyer, and the buyer felt very, very fortunate to be able to see the home before others had seen it. And so it was kind of an unusual journey, but we did write an offer subject to them seeing the inside of the house. Kind of a crazy way to connect people up, but sometimes that's the way it works. So let me show you the inside of the house and show you why it's so charming. first off, I love this covered porch. You imagine on your porch swing here or rocking chair, just sitting here with a lake view, and you could be out on this covered porch all year round. It could be pouring rain, and you would still have an outdoor location to be and to enjoy the views and your quiet court that you live on. One of the previous owners did this quite clever railing. This is a type of, looks kind of industrial type of metal railing, and the touches of white against the gray is very attractive. So this is a great porch to be able to decorate. So welcome to the lake, the sign says. Welcome to Balsam Court. And we have it all ready for the new owners to show up and put their furniture and their love into this home. So, a nice great room concept. The previous owners left the TV, which isn't uncommon today, by the way, because it fits perfectly here, and it's easier to buy a new TV than move a TV, and it was very kind of the new owners to leave that. We have a wood burning stove here, which really chucks out a lot of heat. Now, one of the previous owners did a Craftsman style treatment to this house and built this mantle and did a lot of these Craftsman style window trim treatments here. And an owner before that actually was in the upholstery business and made these beautiful cushions for these window seats. And underneath here is a great amount of storage. So you could have a lot of people sitting here just looking out at your landscaping, your covered porch. And isn't this just a pretty room? Now, when this house was built, I bet you there was oak in here and tile in here. But one of the owners modernized this kitchen with the contemporary white cabinets, the rustic handles, black handles that are very modern, and this gray granite. Probably years ago, there might have been a stack of cabinets right here that broke up the kitchen from the dining room. That most likely was the case, but these homes have been updated bit by bit, and every owner seems to come in and put some extra touches into the house to make it as usable and contemporary as possible. So when you get rid of these cabinets up above, what do you need? You need a little bit more storage. So here we are with some extra storage. And the sellers added these pullouts into this one broom closet. And so you can put a lot of items in here and really get a chance to see what's happening in the back of your cabinets. And then we also have a pantry. Aren't these pretty wooden doors? They're just lovely. And then there's a pantry here. It could be a coat closet, or it could also be a pantry if you wanted it used for your kitchen items. So look at this great room. Bamboo flooring, lots of very fine detailed touches to the house, and just a very peaceful setting. So I can't wait for them to move in just a few hours. They're driving from San Francisco right now. Okay, let's go check out what else we have to look at. Now, this particular seller and buyers agreed to leave some of the furniture, and the buyers bought some of the furniture. So this is a beautiful bedroom set. It's called a sleigh bed. And so when the new folks show up, they just have to show up with a set of sheets and some blankets and pillows, and they'll be able to spend the night here before the movers show up in the next couple of days. Lots of built-ins in this closet, and it is quite a big closet. This closet goes all the way back to here, so there's plenty of room in this master suite. Now, you may not know it's a master suite, but let me show you. There's a full bathroom right off of this bedroom. Once again, some bamboo flooring in here. Very clean shower. Lots of little wrought iron extras. Now, this house is about 2,300 square feet. It has 2 masters. It has 2.5 baths and 4 bedrooms total. So it is very usable. And it being a single story really makes it very desirable. So here's the middle room. I call it the middle room. It has a solar tube. And you know me, I'm a fan of solar tubes. So if we were to turn the light off in here, we would have this light coming from the roof from our natural light that we have set up with a solar tube. This was the room that they had as their office. So you can see this would be a perfect spot for your desk. And or if you were doing any crafts, this would be a very nice, well-lit space, and you could put your supplies up here. We also have another spot for a desk. There's so many extra details here. I'm finding some of them as we're going through. This is a perfect spot right here. Again, we have the pretty wooden Craftsman doors and a really nice spot for your bookshelves, or a great place to put your family pictures up. Very functional room with a closet for extra clothes. But this is the part I really like about this room, is look at this door. Yep, we've got a barn door to close off this office. If someone's working from home, they could close this up and they would have a lot of privacy. So here we are. I'm just going to back up a little bit. Here's the front door. And look at how wide this hallway is. Now, the previous owners had some very attractive black bookshelves here, and they came out this wide, but you have room. You could put a couch here even almost. It is really a great size closet. So we've seen one master, we've seen the middle room that has the barn door, and let's go to this room here. This was the guest bedroom for the previous folks. And the folks before that, this was actually where the upholsterer owner had set up her workshop in this room. Now, I have to admit, I love this home so much that in 17 years, I've sold it 3 different times. Yes, 3 different times. And I could sell this house to 5 more people today. Absolutely today. It is so desirable. It's squeaky clean, already updated, on a level lot, single story, on an exceptional street. And we still have some extras that I haven't told you about that makes the house extremely desirable too. So this is bedroom number 3. And now through the grand hallway, with the double doors right here is the extra large master. So imagine having two masters. There's one step down here because the house is on a raised foundation, but this area here is on a slab foundation. Got a step down, and look at how large and gracious this master suite is. You've got an area here where you could put a desk or couch or reading area. You have room for another bench or a couch. Actually, you could put quite a few beds in this space. And then this is a very cool spot. Talk about a deluxe closet. You could even put a bench here to sit down or a chest of drawers in here if you wanted to, because there's so much room in this master closet. We have hardwood floors in this master. Now this bathroom is more original. It's definitely a functional bathroom. It is nice to have the white tile and the gray cabinets. It does have one sink in here, and if I were living here in this room I master, I'd probably end up putting a second sink here because two sinks in a master are really a nice, desirable thing for most folks, but you actually have the room for it. And I like this step-in shower. You can actually sit down while you're in the shower. You could put a shower curtain here if you want, but I don't think you really need one. So this is a very spacious shower. Okay, so we've seen the 4 bedrooms, the 2 bathrooms. Now let's go to the half bathroom, which leads us out to the backyard. Hardwood floors again. So this just kind of get us our directions here. This is the other master bathroom, linen closet, and here is the half bath. So if you had company, they would come to the half bath and use the toilet and the sink in this space. Once again, nicely trimmed out with the Craftsman style wood, beautifully painted in white, and the gray is quite fashionable. All right, here is our laundry room, and this is a step back in time now. You probably know what it is. Yep, it's an ironing board. Now, some people don't use an ironing board anymore, but I do. But this came from the original, probably original person who had this house built. We have a Beam vacuum cleaner, which is really nice to have. And the owners left the washer and dryer for these new buyers, which is really very nice. And actually, it's a good idea to do that because moving a washer and dryer, it takes a lot of work. The setup is a lot of work. And also, who wants to spend money on a mover moving a washer and dryer when you can get a new one and have someone else deliver it for you? And this is also part of the loveliness of this particular property. What a pretty, pretty backyard. This used to be a very blank slate of a backyard, and the previous owners came in and really probably in any part of the house really made their mark in this backyard. And that's the beauty of selling older homes, is everybody comes in and they have a little thing that they're going to add, their own touches. And maybe it's the function of use. And these people were avid gardeners and they liked planting and they liked the trees. And then they built this really stunning gazebo. You could be out here in the winter time. You could be here in the summertime. This is a very gracious gazebo, very charming addition to this backyard. Now, one of the lovely things is, and this is kind of secondary, is that these folks next door are very nice neighbors. And the folks on this side right here are very nice neighbors. So, we've got a beautiful home, nicely appointed. We're on a great street, on a level lot, a single-story home with a charming backyard. And here's the last little bit of the puzzle that makes this home so desirable. And that is the fact that we have a big garage, not a 2-car, not a 3-car, but a 4-car garage. So let's check it out, how these folks use this particular part of the property. Now, the previous owners used this space right here because they worked from home as their office space. There's actually a wall here that goes into the garage. So if you had a car owner and they had lots of cars, they could actually take this wall down and keep this space into a place for their classic cars. Also, there's a heating system and an air conditioner that's being left here, so this space is more usable year-round. Very charming. And now we're going to go into the garage and check that out. So this is the space that's about a 2-car garage size. The new owners are purchasing some of these items from the previous owners, including the kayaks, which is pretty common for people to purchase kayaks and ask for the paddles because we're an active community with the lake. So these are the 2 kayaks that are here for the new owners from the last owners. And here is the 3rd garage, and this would be the 4th garage here, except the door is not here right now, but there used to be a door here. So, lots of extra space. And when we do price per square foot, we don't calculate in the garage space. So there's more value to this property because of the 4-car garage. Right behind this wall is where that office is that we were just in. And they already have a gym set up for them from the previous owner. And it is common for folks to leave some of the building supplies that were used on the house. And these are a few of those supplies. So let's go out out back. And the property on Balsam Court also connects up to Lakeshore North. So not only do you have plenty of parking in the front of the house, you have this driveway here in the back of the house. So that is pretty amazing. It's not that common to have a property line 2 different streets. And we are about 8 homes away from one of our most favorite parks, which is Sandy Point Beach. So you can walk from here with your towel your water shoes and your water bottle in your bathing suit and go for a swim on Sandy Point Beach, or take your grandchildren to the playground on Sandy Point Beach, or take your fishing rod to Sandy Point Beach and go fishing. So I am so excited about this particular home for the new folks that are coming from San Francisco. Now, I do want to take a moment to tell you that there are two real parts to bringing people together in an escrow. One is writing the initial offer, and that's when people want to work together and want to transfer title, want to sell their home, and want to buy a home. And the second part of a transaction is negotiating the request for repairs. And what we had on this property is we had some pest work that needed to be done. I'm going to show you some of that right now. Now, it's not uncommon when we have wood products out in our environment for some of the wood to actually need to be replaced. And especially when we have a low-lying deck, this deck is 2 steps up. This is a low-lying deck, and moisture can stay from the ground in between this lower deck, and that moisture can cause fungus and cause dry rot. So you see here that we have new redwood flooring on this deck. This deck was just replaced a few days ago. It will be stained in a little while. And the HVAC had to be moved off of that platform and pulled off. There was a ramp and it was rolled off. And then what happened is the deck was built, and then the HVAC folks rolled it back on and reconnected it. So it's quite a project. But these are the challenges that we have when we go to purchase a home. And having an experienced agent who knows how to work with the workmen, knows how to communicate between the buyer and seller, to look that this is a small piece of the puzzle, that you're getting this beautiful home or you're getting to sell your home, and you need to come together and find a way to solve certain situations that come up. Problem solving is one of the things that I work very hard on, working with different personalities and having a relationship where people can trust each other, that no one is selling somebody a product that is mediocre, that there really are disclosing items that need to be fixed. And that's one of the skills that I do have in real estate. And you don't learn that in real estate school. You actually do learn it from just the experience of working with people and learning about costs of moving an HVAC. How much does that cost? Costs of replacing a deck. How much does that cost? How long does it take for that work to be done? So we wanted to make sure that the HVAC was hooked up when these folks were moving in, because of the fact that we've had some warm weather this summer, and we want to make sure the house is cool for them on their first day here in their new home at Balsam Court at Lake of the Pines, California. So just a reminder that if you have any questions about real estate, you'd like to learn more about Lake of the Pines, please give me a call at 530-906-4715. And thank you so much for joining us at Lake of the Pines Living today. And I'm so proud to be able to show one of my most favorite homes that I have looked at many a time in my career as a realtor on Balsam Court. Thank you so much for being here today. Bye-bye.